everyone, my name is Irfahani Haziqah binti Mhd Kasman, and today I will talk about social stratification based on my own story. So, based from the concept of stratification, there are five of them that I choose, which is the first one, form of stratification. The second is class consciousness, and then ascribe status, achieve status, and lastly is prestige. So let us start. For the first concept, which is form of stratification, based on the question that I asked her, which is did she how did she describe our family's social class, which is lower class, middle class, upper middle class, or upper class, or mix of all the above. And she said that she think our family social class is in the middle class, as we are not that rich and not that poor, which at least we can still afford things such as cars, houses, gadgets, and else. And then the next question I asked her is that when she growing up, what was she interact only limited with people from her class, or with people from all over the class? And then she said that growing up in a village, she practically interact with other people without looking at their social classes, because everyone in the village are very nice and always help each other, even though there were some of them that were toxic in a way. So I assume that she that I can classify that she is from a caste with form of stratification, which caste means that hereditary ranks that are usually religiously dictated and that tend to be fixed and immobile, such as they have an ascribed status and something like that. So moving on to the next concept, which is class consciousness. I asked her, did you ever experience being discriminated because of your social class? And then she said, based on my experience, it is a no, maybe because I'm in the middle class family, and that is why people never discriminated me. So that is her answer for the first question. And then the next question, which is I asked her, do you consider people from your generation are more class consciousness than my generation? And this is what she said. She said that she don't think like that, because she said people from my generation are more likely to have an open-minded about political issues rather than those oldies at the parliament. They are not even trying to change the country like how the other modern countries such as New Zealand facing the virus of COVID-19. She also said that people like my generation should be the one that take over the politicians' places and change the perceptions of oldies about what is going on right now, which is what is happening in Malaysia. So that is her answer. And the last question for class consciousness is, do you ever judge a person's social class based on his or her education or material possession? And she said that she may have lied if she said that she never judged someone's social class based on their education or material possession, because maybe that she lived in that environment where education is important in order to show the intelligence of someone's child. Well, I did not deny it. We are living in Asian households, so education is the most important thing for every family. She also said that it is inappropriate to do it like that because at that time it can make people discouraged that couldn't get that those people who couldn't get the opportunity to pursue their studies. And sometimes when someone bought a pencil color named Luna, everyone will label them as a rich kid since Luna was very expensive back then. We all know that Luna is very expensive at that time, but now it doesn't, we can afford it now. So moving on to the third concept, which is ascribed status. Ascribed status is a social position assigned to a person by society without regard for the person's unique talents or characteristics. So I asked her this question: do you know anyone who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth? And do you think that the fact has lessened his standard as a successful individual? And she said, I do know few people who was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I don't think that way because it is true that they were born in a wealthy family, but that doesn't represent their efforts in their studies. However, it is true that people who was born with a silver spoon in their mouth will get that privilege where they will easily be got accepted to the famous school or university as long as they have a lot of money more than us. I didn't deny it, but it is true because people who was born in silver, with silver spoon in their mouth, kind of get everything that they want. They can easily go to the university that they wanted, such as um the higher, no, not the higher, the famous university such as Cambridge. Yeah, as we all know, Cambridge is very, very expensive. You know, the cost is very expensive for us to pay for every semester. And yeah, so that is. And then next is the fourth concept is achieved status. Achieved status is a social position that a person attains largely through his or her own effort. Like basically everything that we do based on our own effort. I asked her, have you ever received unfair advantage in your career or dealing? And she said she have received some of unfair treatment or advantage in my career or dealings, as I am very hardworking person when it comes to my own responsibilities. Maybe they did not Maybe they did that out of jealousy, as I always got the attention from the higher ups regarding my determination in doing something. So as we can see, as we can know, as we can what is that presume that she is she got her title from achieve status. No, not what is it called? So yeah, that is what achieve status is. Achieve status is basically based on our own effort to achieve something, to achieve some title to our name, to our life. Yeah. I'm sorry. And then the lastly is prestige. Prestige is the respect and admiration that an occupation holds in a society. So basically, it's like a martabat. Yeah. So that is what prestige is. So I asked her, did prestige influence your decision in starting your career? And she said she didn't think so because at the end, everything came with an effort. She chose to be a lawyer because she want other people to see her kids with a great parents that have a great job. So yes, she thinks prestige actually influenced her decision in starting her career. So she she chose her career based on the prestige because she wants her kids um to be comfortable with her job so that her kids can brag about her mom's job, like a lawyer. Oh, my mom is a lawyer. What's your mom's occupation? Something like that. So yeah, that's all from me about the five concepts that I choose. So thank you.